Yep, birds. Been rather noisy today. So yeah, now I've got that 10-minute story out of the way. I know some of you might have heard it or read it on the blog, but if I don't, some people miss it and blah 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 or whatever, you know. But yeah, so London was an interesting trip. I always have one of them every year where things go to shit. The one last year was the trip to Iceland, because I went there and apparently they had the biggest storm in 20 years, and the dual carriageway behind my hotel, which just happened to be in the middle of an industrial estate, turned into a fucking river, meaning I couldn't get anywhere. So I spent my time in Iceland on that time getting pissed with a pilot, which is great, but you know, didn't manage to see a lot of the place. But yeah, there's always one every year, which means theoretically I should now be safe. I'm thinking about the one the year before that. The biggest nightmare there was the time when I got lost in Germany, in the south of Germany, at night. But yeah, so I hope that's the more out of the way this year. I don't remember whether I mentioned it last time or not, but I decided to start work on what I've called, you know, so they call Mission Impossible, you know, the Impossible Project, the Stupid Project, the Insane Project, or Project Insanity, as it's commonly become known. So what's Project Insanity, and have I truly lost my mind? I'm starting to wonder if that's the case or not. The idea was to produce, in what was then a 3-month period, a complete short to film quality with characters, some of them humans, all incredibly difficult in a normal time frame, but when you try to do everything, yeah, Project Insanity. Now on paper this seemed like a really fucking good idea, because I thought, well, I'll bring in Rob Angle and he can handle the rigging part and stuff like that. Oh, rabbits, you won't be able to see them. There's a few rabbits on the side of the road jumping around like fucking lunatics. So I thought, well, that's that sorted. There was the minor fact that there's one hero creature, we'll call it, I didn't actually have a design for. I thought, ah, something will pop out, it always does. It hasn't really. It's a bit worrying, but it means that you know, Rob's done some concept art and he's going to be doing some rigging and some of the modelling, but because there's about 80 to 100 different models for this, not easy. Now, first problem came when the day I was going to do and go and shoot the first shot of the back plates. Life went to shit. We had terrible weather, had to put it off. Then I had the London trip, so now I'm running, what, 3 weeks behind. What I have done at the moment, one shot, and that's only the background plate for certain characters to go into, which is getting a wee bit worrying. I've really got to pull my finger out, but see, it's also it's strange because it's a storyline I've had in my head for a long time. I've got lots of stories up there, you know what I mean? They just rattle around. I thought it'd be nice to actually put one on the bed and get rid of it, but it's hard because when I do something of mine, whether it's a script or a short story or a short film, when I work for other people, I do as they tell me because they're paying the money. When I'm doing it for me, I like to remain in absolute control. No, you're never going to have 100% control when you bring anybody else in, because people will always like or dislike certain things about your story or short, or think, well, I'd rather you did it this so you don't piss off a load of people. Now, pissing off people has never been, you know, something I'm too worried about, to be honest. Not sure whether it bothers Rob more than that, but the idea for this, well, not the whole reason for doing it, it's just a side thing, is I've got to do an end user event this year, and I thought, well, it's going to be that complex that if I can get it done, I'll break it down, because it covers everything. This is not just Mudbox anymore. It covers a load of different applications. Everything from fucking Nuke, you know, Maya, Max, Mudbox, even a bit of ZBrush and 3D Code's got to be in there as well. There's all sorts in it, something for everybody. What I'd call, you know, a decent production workflow. Because if it's not, it won't fucking work. Now, we'll actually forget to finish this. I don't know. See, it'll get finished at some point, but by the end of June, see, getting the models done, if I'm on a roll, isn't a problem, right? I'm not on a roll at the moment. I've got this 9th day of a migraine, so I'm seriously not on a roll. But see, I just keep thinking. I mean, if I get on a roll, I can get everything done. But it's not just that. It's compositing, the editing, the colour grading, the sound, any music, syncing the narration track into it as well at the action. Although it might be easy to do the other way around, but the way I want to do it is a certain keywords have got to be at certain key places for it to work. See, it'll look fucking nice when it's done. I close my eyes, it's already done up here, right? I've just got to match that. Now the first thing, the first problem, is the fact that the way the creature looked in my head, and there's no word of a lie, would take at least a month to do, right? And that's at my speed, not everybody else's. It's very complex. Now we have got, you know, Land of a Render Farm from Brittling Effects in Germany, but I don't really want to blow the render farm up, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we've got to simplify that a bit, which is why my problem's coming up with the concept for it. Because if the concept isn't better or as good as the one in my head, it starts losing its appeal. You know, but at the moment, when I see that creature in my head, it's good, you know what I mean? That's probably the best design I've ever thought up, but it's not practical. And if you're doing something at the same production side of things, it's got to be fucking practical. Tell me God, 7 means. Oh God. So I've seriously got to get spurt on here, but I've also got to maintain control. Because the blunt version is, there's a lot of people waiting for me to fuck up. And this is probably the stupidest thing you can do if you don't want to fuck up, right? Because this is fraught with danger. The kids get the flu, they're away from the hospital, or sprain a fucking wrist or something, all bets are off, right? Life has got to go swimmingly well. And yeah, I've still got the chest infection. But honestly don't know whether it will or not. I may well have bit off more than I can chew here. The other option is to bring in more people. But the trouble is, you see, I don't want people to know the storyline or for it to leak out until it hits. Alright? The idea is it's got to go bang. Otherwise it'll lose any impact that it's supposed to have. I won't outline the storyline. You might think again what sort of thing it would be, I don't know, but you might well be wrong. I don't know. I'm not going to go about that, but I might at some point be putting a call out. And if I do, don't take this the wrong way, I will only be wanting people who are very experienced. Ideally people I know, and people who, more importantly, can keep the gob shut without the need for about 600 bloody NDAs. But we'll see. I really am starting to shit bricks over this, because no matter what I do, I can't see it being done in time. Because at the moment I'm not pulling very many hours, because my son was off school last week, and that he had a chest infection, so that was sort of fucked things up. But I lost a week's worth during the day of work. On the night time, I was either prepping for going away last week or away. I didn't bring the laptop, no fucking point. Sick of getting a bad shoulder carrying the blasted thing around. So I'm behind now. I've got to catch up. Now, there is another option, which is a case of, somebody once said, when I said that thing about environment modelling guys, it's fucking easy, you get it so easy, right? It's easy to do. Oh well, worst case I could just make the entire thing CGI, you know, because it's not in like 3D format. You can use a lot of 2D tricks and it can speed up the workflow. Use a lot. These are a lot in Return of the King and Two Towers, Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of things that were complex shots that Dave told me, well, actually that was 2D cards. And you're like, all right, so that's what you can do with 2D cards when you know what you're doing. And it gives you a bit of an idea. So we'll see. But I want at least a sequence of a few shots done. Then if I need to call more people, I can do. But I really would rather, see, it defeats the purpose of the 20 guys working on it. The idea originally was for me to do this on my own. I might still do. Rob could back out because I'm not easy to work with, because I would sit in there and that will not change no matter what. To be honest, I wouldn't blame him if he did, because as I say, I'm a nightmare to work with. I'm probably the worst art director you'd ever meet in your life, because it will be the way it will be. I don't care if like everybody goes crazy in the process, because I rarely push myself too far. The trouble is I expect everybody else to rise to the same way of doing things. People don't a lot of the time. They like have a life and stuff, but we'll see. We're at the bridge, 11.5 minutes. This is going to be a nightmare up, because once you get over 9 minutes, the file size goes up like 700 meg per video, and then won't encode for some reason any other sort of codec. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.